After a busy week of wildfires, crews are finally starting to get some signs of relief. The Aspen Acres fire has burned over 86,000 acres, the 8th largest fire in our state's history. Now that fire now 6% contained. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Shalima Maharaj. It may seem like a small number, but it is a gain for fire crews who have been working hard on the front lines. Now, the fire has burned at least 180 buildings, many of them homes. Fire crews have come in from all across the country to fight this fire. Earlier today, California Governor Gavin Newsom announced his state would be sending firefighting equipment and personnel, including 15 CAL FIRE engines and crew. Let's bring in 9 News meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen. And Corey, of course, this fire is just immense. We've heard about ash falling from the sky in some places nearby. But the good news today, there was a bit of a break for the crews out there.
Yeah, a little bit of a break. Firefighters finally woke up to a morning where there was firefighting conditions, and so they were able to offensively attack some of these fires, at least early on, until some of the thunderstorms started to build in the afternoon. Looking at the live cameras out here, seeing quite a few of those illegal fireworks being launched up in the air, individuals out there, but no trouble as of yet. Hopefully we don't see too much of that. Normally on a given 4th of July, we'd see a whole bunch of those. So there is at least a lot less than we would normally see at the 9 o'clock hour here. We've got the thunderstorms still rolling through. Burlington area still dealing with some of these strong thunderstorms working their way across the state, also down the I-25 corridor, but really not much in the way of weather. Ended up being not much hail across the state of Colorado today. No large hail reports. This is your day in Denver tomorrow. More warm temperatures, maybe middle 90s this time. Lots of sunshine early on, a few clouds in the afternoon. You'll notice that the clouds will be starting to try to rain, might get a couple of sprinkles, but we're not really expecting much in the way of measurable rain and no severe weather in the forecast. Here's the rest of the temperatures for northeast Colorado tomorrow. It's going to be a hot day, and in your 7-day forecast, you see a bunch of hot days here, lots of 90s. Even the days where we have more scattered to storm coverage, we'll still probably see 90s for high temperatures. And then a pretty daunting forecast for next weekend. Looks like we could have our first shot at those triple digits coming up by next weekend. So I'll talk about that also coming up in the full forecast. Shalima.
Thanks so much for that, Corey. Well, the Aspen Acres fire has forced thousands of people to evacuate from Colorado City, Rye, and other communities nearby. Many now saddled with anxiety and uncertainty over what will be left for them to go back to. 9 News reporter Amanda Gilbert spoke to a family of firefighters who's actually fighting that fire even after losing their home.
It's been a devastating week in Pueblo County.
Both are currently assigned.
Where thousands of people are hoping their homes survive the Aspen Acres fire. In and near Beulah, retired firefighter Nicole Griggs shares images of the devastation. She evacuated while her husband Donald Griggs and their son stayed behind to help fight the fire.
Not being able to be here or to be there to know what was going on with my husband and my son and all of the other firefighters, because we're a family. That was really, really difficult.
Donald's a volunteer firefighter who's watched first responders across the state and country arrive to help.
We just got a fire crew coming from Alaska.
Donald's been fighting this fire for days, despite what happened just hours after Nicole evacuated Monday.
I don't know that it's actually sank in that everything I owned is gone.
That's my home.
We're not the only ones.
Donald's dad, Bob Briggs, also lost his home.
He has no insurance because he couldn't find an insurance carrier. His house is too old. And it wiped everything out. Within 4 hours, our homes were gone.
So this family's asking people for patience.
It just takes a hug and a smile. All of this tragic stuff. When people just hug you and they smile and they say, we're going to get through this. And that's amazing.
As they work around the clock,
We do the best we can.
despite all they've lost in the fire.
I want to be there to help everybody I can. Save as many homes as we can.
Amanda Gilbert, 9 News.
Now, the family hopes to rebuild on their property. For now, they are renting out a home in Pueblo after a friend offered them a place to stay. Officials believe the Aspen Acres fire was human caused, though it remains under investigation. Well, as of late tonight, Aspen Acres was still just under 87,000 acres. It has grown immensely in the last several days, but we are starting to see some improvements on some of the other significant fires burning throughout the state. Once the largest fire in the state, the Snyder Fire along the Colorado-Utah border, is 95% contained. That fire reached just over 30,000 acres. Tomorrow, a memorial service will be held for the 3 firefighters who lost their lives fighting that fire. And another fire we have been watching closely. The Ferris Fire in Dolores County got to just over 41,000 acres and is 7% contained. It has prompted evacuation orders in both Dolores and Montezuma counties. Well, 1 person is dead and 2 others injured after a stabbing in Denver this afternoon. In a post on social media, Denver police say officers were investigating a stabbing in the 1300 block of North Lowell Boulevard. Now, 3 people were taken to the hospital. Police say 1 of them later died. The incident is under investigation.